Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Luqman Hakim bin Minhua Azam. I will present my final year project entitled Analysis of Compressive and Open Hole Compression Behavior of Fiber Reinforced Epoxy Composite Laminates. The objective of this project is to evaluate the effect of fiber types and layer sequence on compressive and open hole compression behavior of fiber epoxy composite laminates, and it is to determine the compressive properties and response using modeling and simulation technique using ANSYS software. This is the specimen dimension. All the specimens are set up to comply the standard dimension for compression test. According to the standard, the specimen of 100 times 36 times 2 mm was used as illustrated in figure A and B for unhole and open hole compression test respectively. 8 plies of fiber laminates were arranged and stacked together to achieve 2 mm thickness composite laminates. This is the methodology for the project. This project consists of two phases of process flow, which is the first phase is preliminary model development and the second phase is the experiment on the failure analysis. Figure shows the phase of the methodology. For the method selection, the symmetric angle ply sequence was chosen to implement in all types of fiber reinforced composite laminates. Figure shows the example of angle ply orientation setup for 45 and negative 45 degree to symmetry in ANSYS software. This is pre-processing. Pre-processor initiates the simulation as structural material is set as preference. The layout sequence was set up under section tag where 8 layers of laminate ply with thickness of 0.25 mm each were oriented in a symmetrical angle ply layout. Figure shows the model of composite specimen in ANSYS. The axis X, Y, Z is shown. For the convergence, this is the convergence analysis. Convergence analysis is implemented upon the study case of fiber composite laminate to determine accurate and precise result without altering the analysis simulation that could yield detrimental error. Figures show meshing convergence analysis. The deformations again mesh size at 0 degree is highest state deformation. Figure show the best mesh size to be used for the analysis. 8 times 8. Okay, for the boundary condition, once meshing is done, the boundary condition is set up accordingly to typical experimental setup of compressive test. The center of specimen is fixed in all degree of freedom while compression is applied to both ends of specimen dimension. Figures show the boundary condition of specimen. It is pinned at the center and load for compression test is added. This is the mechanical properties of pure and 25% silica of carbon, glass, Kevlar and Knauf epoxy. We use these material properties for our experiment to get the result of effect of 25% nanosilica on maximum compressive stress. This is the maximum compressive stress that is tabulated in table. We run the ANSYS software to get this experimental data. As shown, the highest stress is at 0 degree because it is parallel to the fiber layout. This is the effect of 6 mm hole on maximum compressive stress. It is shown that unholed specimen get the higher maximum compressive strength compared to the with whole specimen. This is the comparison of maximum stress between fiber reinforced polymer and fiber reinforced polymer plus 25% of silica, and compare with whole specimen. The maximum compressive stress are presented, and table present the result of maximum compressive strength of carbon epoxy, glass epoxy, kanaf epoxy, and composite, and with 25% addition. It showed the maximum compressive stress for reinforced composite with different orientation of fiber obtained from ANSYS software. It was found that all type of FRP composite produced the maximum compressive stress at 0 degree direction. Notice that the specimen with fiber that tend to be parallel to the load have greater compressive stress compared to other orientation. The highest maximum stress was obtained for the pure carbon epoxy at 0 degree 826 MPa. It can observe that the maximum stress increased with the addition of 25% of silica. The highest maximum stress obtained for specimen being added with silica is carbon epoxy at 0 degree with 1300 MPa. The addition of silica within FRP composite further improved their compressive properties as shown in table. The effect of silica increased the bonding between fibers and epoxy. This is because presence of silica create plastic void growth around the bonded particle, which may increase the difficulty crack propagation during fracture. In general, a relatively high loading of silica up to 25% is required to achieve reasonable toughening effect in epoxy composite, which would also increase the viscosity of the resin mixture, thus increase the compressive stress. Overall result of mechanical properties prove that the addition of silica contacts improve the compressive stress of fiber epoxy composite higher than the result of fiber epoxy composite. Without silica, carbon epoxy composite denotes the best value of compressive stress among silica modified epoxy composite. For the effect of 6 mm hole, it also shows maximum compressive stress, angle plight orientation of carbon epoxy, glass epoxy, Kevlar epoxy, and kanaf epoxy composite based on table for unholed fiber epoxy specimen. The highest compressive stress value was recorded about 1300 MPa for carbon epoxy composite, while the lowest value recorded was 11.4 MPa for kanaf epoxy composite. A similar result was also discovered for the whole specimen. The highest maximum stress was obtained by carbon epoxy composite with 333.3 MPa, while the lowest value obtained by kanaf composite, which is 5.6 MPa. As expected, presence of hole on the specimen reduced the compressive stress properties. Based on the result of compressive properties in table, carbon epoxy specimen has higher damage tolerance compared to kanaf epoxy specimen, indicating that the carbon epoxy specimen can withstand higher loading compared to kanaf epoxy specimen. The hole made to the specimen not only reduced the compressive properties but it also works as a stress concentrator that helps to create damage surrounding the whole area. This is the effect of nanosilica on deformation at maximum compressive stress. In comparison to carbon, glass, knauf, and Kevlar, in comparison to carbon, glass, knauf, Kevlar cause the highest deformation with 1.26 mm for both pure Kevlar and Kevlar combined with 25% nanosilica. This is owing to its ductility, which is unrivaled among fiber composite laminate. The second largest deformation was achieved by carbon epoxy at 90 degree with a value of 0.802 mm. Then the lowest deformation obtained by knauf at 0 degree with and without silica. It could be inferred that this fiber epoxy laminate exhibit the maximum compressive stress in the unidirectional direction and gradually weaken as loading shift to the perpendicular direction of the fiber. Knauf obtained the lowest deformation at 0 degree with and without silica. It is possible that the maximum compressive stress in this fiber epoxy laminates occurs in the unidirectional direction, and that as loading move to the perpendicular direction of the fiber, the laminates gradually degrade. This is the example of maximum deformation from ANSI software. Glass and glass epoxy with 25% silica. At 0 degree, the deformation shows the higher value than the 90 degree. As a conclusion, the fiber strength is affected by the nanosilica because its material properties and its plasticity. Thus, it can be concluded that the current study toward the carbon, glass, Kevlar and knauf fiber is useful and contribute significant knowledge to the compressive behavior of the failure criteria of the composite laminates. That's all from me. Thank you.